Hello guys, so in this video, we are going to talk about the overview of the subject called biochemistry. So, ang ating subject ngayon na tinatawag na biochemistry ay kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong nakikitang dalawang field of science na pinagsama to create this field of science. So, the first one is the chemistry. The second one is the biology from the term bio. So, for chemistry, ang ating pinaka-focus dito is the study of matter, right? And for the biology is the study of life, right? So, in matter, we have to deal with the smallest unit of it first, which is called the atom, right? So, atom. Then, for life, we are going to deal with this is smallest unit called the cell to understand what really happens on the organism, the entity that possess life. Okay, so in biochemistry, those things that are in between these two sizes, like the size of the cell and the size of the atom, are the focus. Yun yung focus ng biochem. So, in the perspective of chemistry, to this biochemistry, so we know that there are matter or there are smallest unit of matter that constitute also the living matter, which are what we call elements. So there are six most common elements in the living matter, which is the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Okay. Now, as a starting point of every subject of the medical students, like for ANAPI and also here in Biochem, we always start with understanding or babalikan natin yung tungkol sa cell. Kasi yung mga processes or mga interaction of the matter within that cell and also as well as the organism that constitute that cell is what we're going to talk about here in biochemistry. So that's why it's important for you to review about the cell before you deal with biochem. No? So, ang ating pong focus sa biochem, sabi ko nga sa inyo, is those things that are in between the size of the cell, which is the smallest unit of life, and smallest unit of matter, which is the element. And what do you call those na in between the size? They are called biomolecules. Okay? So, biomolecules, when say bio, ibig sabihin, sila po yung mga molecules that constitute all the living matter. Ibig sabihin, kailangan munang maging ganito yung arrangement nitong mga element na nakita nyo, yung carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Kailangan mo na sila maging biomolecules and those biomolecules will be arranged to constitute the cell. And this cell will function to sustain life. So, biomolecules, bago siya mabuo, ay kailangan natin ng mga processes and also the precursors. So, when say precursors class, those are things that are uh, initial form of something before we create the more complex one. So, to understand that, let's say, paano nga ba tayo nagko-continue ng life? So, we need food. Food. So, from those food, siyempre, andyan yung mga biomolecules, right? So, let's say, for example, this is the human and you obtain the food. Siyempre, ano bang purpose ng food? Siyempre, number one, for energy, for your structure, and for the maintenance of your integrity ng inyong katawan, kailangan mo ng food. So, yung food natin, meron tayong apat na type ng biomolecules na nakukuha natin sa mga food. We have carbs, we have proteins, we have lipid, and as well as the nucleic acid. Kasama din po yan sa food. Especially pag kumain kayo ng meat. May mga DNA and RNA yung kanilang mga katawan. Then, when you eat those food, so syempre, ingest the food, ingestion, so your body will process those food. Kasi nga, yung format po ng mga nandun sa food, yung mga molecules na nandun sa food, they are not always intended for the purpose para magamit na agad ng katawan nyo. Kailangan silang i-transform. I-transform yung kanilang mga format into a usable form na kung saan magiging fuel ng katawan nyo or magiging part ng katawan nyo. So bago siya mangyari, kailangan nyo dumaan sa proseso. And those process is what we call metabolism, right? Metabolism. So, meron tayong dalawang klase ng metabolism. For the first thing na kailangan mangyari dyan sa mga biomolecules na yan, in order to be for you, to sustain your life, to develop your body, is to digest or to break down those. And those type of metabolism that break down these complex biomolecules in order to transform them into the format na kailangan or mas magagamit ng katawan nyo is what we call catabolism. No? Catabolism or catabolic processes. So when we say catabolism, it breakdowns those complex molecule in order for your body to use them. Okay? So breakdown po yung term natin dyan ha. Breakdown. Okay? So, dinidestroy yung structure nitong mga to para ma-use ng katawan nyo. Then, so one of the example of the on macro level is digestion. Syempre, unang gagawin diyan, digestion. Okay? So, after po ng digestion, syempre, mabre-breakdown yung mga yan into its precursors. Ano po ba yung mga precursors natin para mabuo yung mga macromolecules na to? Yung mga biomolecules na yan. Siyempre, to produce those, ang mga byproduct nila or magiging precursor para bumuo uli para sa katawan natin, di siyempre, we have the carbon dioxide, right? We have the oxygen. We have the water. So, we have also ammonia. Specifically, kapag break down yung protein, so it will produce ammonia. And yung ammonia na yan is marirelease ng katawan nyo by the process of urea cycle called in the form of urea. Kasi ang ammonia dangerous or toxic sa katawan. So ang katawan mo may sarili mechanism yan para i-convert siya into a form na hindi damaging sa system, which is in the form of urea. And then from the urea, isasama siya sa ihi para ma-remove sa katawan. So next po, we have also carbonates, phosphate, yan, and also sulfate. Yan po yung ang tawag po sa kanila, mga precursor. Now, pag na-breakdown po kasi itong mga ito through the process of digestion, yung mga yan po yung mga yung mga yan din, ang gagamitin para mag-build sa katawan nyo ng something na magiging part na ng katawan nyo. So, let's say for example, ang carbohydrates, right? Carbs, they are initially or primary for energy. Tanda nyo, energy. So, in order to get the energy from the carbohydrates, we have to break down those carbs in our system. So, pag na-breakdown, for example, ng mga catabolic process, digestion, or para makuha energy is what we call glycolysis, right? Glycolysis, the citric acid cycle, and also the electron transport chain. So, yun yung pinagdadaan ng carbs para makuha natin yung energy in the form of ATP. Now, kapag may excess carb, yung excess carb po, kino-convert ng katawan nyo sa pamamagitan ng insulin into fats. Yun yung nai-store sa katawan nyo. So, for catabolism, energy po yung nakukuha natin. For anabolism, another form of ano po, metabolism, which we called anabolism, yung mga excess carbs ay ginagawang fat or lipids uli ng katawan. Since ang carbs po, it contains the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, the same with lipids. So, nire-rearrange siya para gawing fats at yun yung cause kung bakit nagkakameron tayo ng fat sa katawan pag sobra yung carb. Ano? So, in the process of anabolism. Through the ano yan molecule what we called insulin. So, pag na-breakdown for energy, so, ang magiging ano niya po ay carbon dioxide at saka syempre the water. Okay. Now, for the protein naman po, pag na-breakdown po yan, syempre may kasama po siyang ammonia. Ano? Meron siyang ammonia. Then also, yung katawan nyo, di ba, pag breakdown yung protein, may ammonia siyang lalabas, may water, at then also the CO2. Yung mga yan ay pwede uling i-recycle ng katawan nyo para gawin uling protein. Kasi ang protein po, madami siyang role sa katawan, right? The protein is also known as ano tawag dito? The most versatile biomolecule. Okay? So, ang protein kasi pwede siyang mag-act as enzyme, pwede siyang hormone, very flexible po ang protein. Siya din po ay antibodies. Yung mga antibodies nyo, protein sila. Yung muscles mo, they are proteins, made up of proteins, the actin and myosin. Ano? So, madami pong role ang protein. Kaya isang protein sa pinaka-komplikado pag-aralan dito sa biochem. So, yung katawan mo, 'di ba, pag breakdown mo yung food, yung mga protein, yung lipids, yung katawan gagawa yan ng way para i-build up uli siya sa original na macromolecule na yung mga macromolecule na yan ay usable na sa katawan mo. Naka-format na use ng katawan mo like this, itong mga to. Yan. Then also, your body also break down lipids and also rebuild lipids. Ang lipids naman, ang pinakang function niyan sa katawan niya, siyempre, long-term energy, ano rin yan, energy. And hindi katulad ng carbs, may dalawa siyang pinaka-purpose. Ang carbs talaga, energy lang, short-term. Ito long-term. Tapos, another function po niya sa katawan is insulation. Ano? Ini-insulate po niya yung katawan niyo ng lipids, yung mga fats. And also, it protects your internal organ. Kaya kailangan kahit papaano may fats pa din yung katawan mo. Pag wala yan, di prone ka sa mga sakit na, for example, yung sakit sa baga kasi manipis masyado yung area kung saan protected dapat yung lungs mo sa temperature ng paligid. Ano? So, that's how important lipids. And mahirap pong i-extract ang energy ng lipids. Bago mo matunaw yung mga fats sa katawan mo, ay kailangan mo mag-exert ng effort. Okay? From the food you eat also, your body also gain the nucleic acid from the proteins or yung mga karne na kinain mo. Siyempre may mga DNA at RNA yung loob nun. Then, those, din, magiging source din siya ng nitrogen para mag-create ang katawan mo ng protein. And also, for your own DNA and RNA making, kailangan ng mga materials kung saan siya manggagaling. Siyempre, dun sa mga food na init. So, the whole process of biochem, dito po tayo umiikot sa mga to pag-uusapan ng biomolecules. Paano sila ino-obtain ng katawan? Ano yung karakteristik nitong mga to? Yung difference nila? Then, paano sila ipaprocess ng katawan mo? No? And paano sila dumadaan sa mga chemical reaction in order to recycle them again, to create them again inside your body, and para yung mga galing sa food mo na mga macromolecules maging part ng katawan mo that will aid your development, also your life, to sustain your life. Oh, imagine mo, tumigil ka sa pagkain, what happened to you? Kapag tumigil ka sa pagkain. So, that's why yung mga processes na yun na normally nangyayari, yun yung talagang pag-uusapan dito sa biochemistry. Okay? So, I hope ay na ano po natin yung overview ng biochemistry. That's all for this video and God bless you all.